How's it going, everyone? So today I want to talk about the alphadestiny and Jason Blaha drama that's going on YouTube. Now, some of you out there may be wondering why I even get involved with this. I want to talk about it to help the people who are watching both channels and to kind of help them out to see what's actually going on. So what's going on is Blaha keeps challenging alphadestiny to do all these strength challenges and hoping that he doesn't get them, and he hasn't been. So what's my take on this? Which side is right, and who should we really listen to? So if you guys don't know already, alphadestiny does a ton of weight, but he always does these special exercises, if you will. The reason why, in my opinion, that he does these special exercises is so that he can show off or ego lift you guys. If you are lifting for general strength, lifting any time that you are lifting for a 1 rep max constantly, you are fucking ego lifting. You ask any old pro, any old veteran. I don't care what lifts that he's doing, that's irrelevant. But when you're training for strength, you're training in the 3 to 8 rep range. That is what you are doing. Ask any strength person out there, anyone who trains for strength, they will tell you the bread and butter is 3, 5s, and 8s for building strength. So when I constantly see him doing 1 rep maxes, constantly, it fucking pisses me off. So that's one way around. That's one way to think about it. Now, some people will say he does West Side training. That's what he does. If he honestly did West Side training and constantly followed West Side principles, then he would always be doing speed days. He never does speed days. Whenever I see him, he will be using bands, chains, etc. But it will always be for a 1 rep max. He doesn't do speed rep, or that I look on his videos, I usually never see speed work. So that's something to keep in mind. Another thing too is when he is performing these lifts, he is doing top end movements so that he can use a ton of weight. So for all of you people watching out there, you want to improve your squat, your bench, and your deadlift. And this is why I'm talking about it, because people out there, they want to improve those lifts, they want to get stronger, and they're watching alphadestiny performing these top end lifts, and they're thinking, you know what, if I can do a 900-pound rack pull, my deadlift is going to increase by a ton. No, it's not. It's not going to do a thing for your deadlift. Now, why are you wondering that? Why won't it do anything for your deadlift? The more that you train, the more the variation is within the exercise, and the closer you get to being advanced on that exercise, the less carryover it's going to have. What I mean by this is, if you can deadlift 200 pounds on the deadlift, you can do all the special exercises you want and your deadlift will still increase. Because you're a beginner, you're an intermediate, your deadlift is a low number. If your deadlift's up to 500, 550 pounds, 600 pounds, and you constantly switch your exercise up with different variations that do not carry over very well, then you're not going to increase your deadlift at all. Great examples of exercises that do not carry over for your deadlift. The high trap bar deadlift, which you did 700 pounds for, that doesn't do a fucking thing for your regular deadlift. Rack pulls don't do anything for your deadlift. Low rack pulls, high rack pulls, doesn't matter. Rack pulls in general don't do anything. For people saying, I want to build muscle, I want to get yoked, a great thing that Jason said was that yoke training is basically just building your traps up. That's all it is, building your traps. You do not need to be doing 900 pounds, 800 pounds, 700 pounds for a rack pull to build your traps. Now, people are saying, well, alphadestiny has big traps and it's from doing rack pulls. No, it's not, you guys. His little 1 rep max rack pull that he does, he films that, yes. But what you guys don't see is after the camera shut off, he does lots of 10s, 12s, 15s, volume for his traps to really build them. That is how it's done, you guys. Another thing too, doing a 1 rep max rack pull when you're using your whole body and going like this, that doesn't do anything for your traps. Doing a slow and controlled movement using, let's say, 315 pounds for 15 to 20 reps, slow and controlled using just your traps, will build way more muscle than doing your 700, 800, 900 pound rack pulls. Now, why some people are seeing results doing this, they're seeing results because what they are doing is they're actually following the basic principles of programming, and they are overloading the muscle. What they're doing is they're trying to get a higher number each time. So if they do 500 pounds, they're trying to do 505 the next, 510, 515. Well, the same can be done using lower weights and actually training the muscle group properly. For example, doing again a 700-pound rack pull going like this, using your legs, your back, everything, doesn't do anything for your traps. Doing 315 pounds, going slow, down, up, down. That's how you build muscle, you guys. The same thing can be said for your dumbbell curl. If he started doing a 100-pound dumbbell curl with his biceps going like this, and people watch, wow, that's 100 pounds. That's not going to do a fucking thing for your biceps. Doing slow, controlled bicep curls using 50, 55 pounds, which is a lot of weight, will develop your muscles, you guys. That is how muscles are developed. So I think that's awesome that Jason has called him out on some of these strength feats. I myself, he's an awesome guy. I just don't like seeing him saying stuff like this, because people will get hurt by performing these 1-rep maxes. They will get fucking hurt, trust me. They will hurt their backs, they will fuck up their hips, they will fuck up their shoulders, and I do not want to see that for all the people watching. I want them to be healthy. So yeah, that's why I talk about it. Another thing too is that I have talked to him recently about, he has said in his video that he plans to hit 700 pounds by the end of the year. I've told him that 700 pounds is not realistic. This was in January. He kept telling me that with his special exercises, he'll 100% hit 700 pounds. Well, there was a video made where he struggled to do 585 pounds. The lift did not count in any way. He hitched, used straps, etc. So I think it's safe to say that 700 pounds is nowhere close by the end of the year. He will never hit 700 pounds by the end of the year. I don't think in his career, his lifting career, he will hit 700 pounds if he keeps lifting the way he is. That will be impossible. So that's the end of the video. Hopefully you guys did enjoy it. If you guys are watching, if you follow him, if you like his videos and stuff, if you like the way he trains, I highly, highly recommend you guys switching to higher repetitions, or if you're that's for building muscle. If you're trying to build strength, and start training in 3s, 5s, 8 repetitions. Do not do 1-rep maxes. This is coming from me. I used to do 1-rep maxes all the time. You guys, you will get hurt. Doesn't matter if it's a year, 2 years, 4 years, 5 years, you will eventually get hurt if you constantly train 1-rep maxes. So end of the video. Hope you guys did enjoy it. Tap the subscribe button below if you haven't already.